Overthinking is the one of the most common struggle people face in today's world. At some point in life, everyone finds themselves caught in a cycle of endless thoughts, replaying events, imagining different possibilities, and worrying about things that might never happen. While thinking deeply can be a strength, overthinking often becomes a burden because it prevents a person from living peacefully in the present. It steals time, drains energy, and leaves the mind restless. Many people wish to stop overthinking, yet they don't know how. In this speech, I will slowly and carefully explain what overthinking is, why it happens, how it affects life, and the practical ways one can begin to overcome it. The explanation will be gradual so that each point can be fully observed and understood. To begin with, overthinking is not the same as normal thinking. Every human being has thoughts. It is natural to plan for the future, to recall the past, or to analyze situations. But overthinking happens when these thoughts do not stop at healthy point. For example, a student may think about an exam. It is normal to prepare and to revise. But if the student keeps worrying about whether they will fail or keeps replaying mistakes they made in earlier tests or keeps imagining negative outcomes that have not even occurred, then this is overthinking. It is like a mind that keeps running in circles without rest. Instead of helping, such thinking brings stress and confusion. Why do this happen? One reason is fear. Human beings naturally try to protect themselves from pain. When the mind fears something, it tries to predict all possible outcomes. For instance, if someone has to speak in public, their mind may start imagining every possible mistake. What if I forget my words? What if people will laugh? What if I look nervous? The mind believes that by thinking more, it can avoid mistakes. But in reality, this constant thinking creates a more nervousness, making the situation worse. Another reason for overthinking is attachment to the past. Many people cannot let go of memories of failure, embarrassment, or hurt. They replay these memories again and again, hoping to understand them better or to find closure. But instead of healing, this habit keeps the pain alive. It is like scratching a wound repeatedly, preventing it from healing. Overthinking can also be because of perfectionism. Some people want very decision to be perfect, so they keep analyzing endlessly before acting. The effects of overthinking on life are serious. It creates stress, anxiety, and mental exhaustion. A person who overthinks finds it difficult to sleep because their mind keeps racing with thoughts. It reduces productivity because instead of focusing on tasks, they waste energy on worrying. Overthinking also damages relationships. For example, if a friend does not reply to a message, a person who overthinks might imagine many reasons. Maybe my friend is angry, maybe I said something wrong, maybe they no longer like me. Such assumptions may not be true, but they create unnecessary tension. Over time, this habit can lead to sadness, self doubt, and even depression. Therefore, learning how to stop overthinking is not just a small matter because an essential skill for a healthy and peaceful life. The first step is awareness. Before stopping overthinking, one must notice when it is happening. Many people are unaware that their mind is trapped in overthinking. They confuse it with normal problem solving. To develop awareness, one can practicing observe their thoughts. For example, when a thought comes, ask yourself, is this thought useful? Is it helping me solve something right now? Or is it just repeating without purpose? If it is useful, you may continue. But if it is repetitive and unhelpful, you can gently remind yourself to let it go. The practice of self observation is the beginning of freedom. The second step is to return to the present moment. Overthinking often happens because the mind travels too much into the past or the future. The past brings regret and the future brings worry, but the present moment is usually manageable. To come back to the present, one can use simple techniques such as focusing on breathing, taking slow breaths, noticing the air going in and out. These anchors the mind to the present. Another way is to look around and pay attention to what you see, hear, or feel right now. These small acts remind the mind that life is happening here and now. The third step is to set boundaries for overthinking time. It is impossible to stop thoughts completely, nor is it necessary, but you can give yourself limited time to think. For example, if you need to make a decision, allow yourself 30 minutes to analyze. After that, stop and choose the best option available. If thoughts return later, remind yourself, I have already thought about this. By setting such limits, you train your mind not to wander endlessly. It is also important to understand that the goal is not to eliminate thinking entirely. Thinking is a gift that helps humans plan, create, and solve problems. The goal is to use thinking wisely without letting it become harmful. Just a water is necessary for life but dangerous when it floods. Thinking is necessary but harmful when it overwhelms. By learning balance, one can use thoughts as tools rather than being trapped by them. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.